All right, welcome back to my channel where I like to talk about budgeting, saving, and everything money. And today we're doing our monthly budget overview, but this time we're doing something a little bit different because we have reached the end of quarter one, which means I'm going to show you guys how I did for the whole first quarter, some pros of the first quarter, some cons, how I plan on doing things better. If you guys are into this type of thing, please stick with me and we will get right into the video. March was iffy. I made the most that I've ever made in March, but I also spent very unnecessarily in March. It just wasn't good. I do want to bring you into what I did for this month just so that you can see where I'm at and you can take that information and do with it what you will. We're gonna start with March income. This month in March, I did make $9,673 total. That is a mixture of W-2 income as well as side hustle income. I got a tax refund in there. I also got a bonus at work. In terms of savings, I was very aggressive with savings in the beginning. Thank goodness. I saved $8,000 this month, in the month of March. 5,000 of that went towards investments. 3,000 of that went straight to my savings account. My bills are usually around the same amount, like 2,200 and some change, because of my rent being 1,000 and then my student loan being 1,000 as well. So that is always gonna be over $2,000. But then in discretionary spending, I got a little carried away. I bought a gift this month, which was about $300. I paid for a cabin getaway later in April. So it was like $600 or so. All of the other stuff that I spent still wasn't really necessary. I spent a lot of money on bath bombs and snacks. I went to a mini golfing place with my sister and my nephew, which we had a good time, so I think it was worth the money as well, but that definitely played part in why I spent so much more money in March than all of the other months. A lot of Zelle payments to my fiance because I had him getting me things. I went to a few flower shops. I bought macarons, I bought coffee, you know, the usual. I joined a boxing gym, which I feel like I'm gonna incorporate into my budget. I'm gonna incorporate it into my budget because it has been helping me stay productive. It's helped me feel a little bit healthier. It's just something to do that just takes my mind away from all the craziness of work and the news and Twitter and just social media in general. So I did join a boxing club. You will see how much it costs when I show you my budget breakdown. Because I did spend so much in March, I decided to make a budget in advance in April because that's what you should be doing anyway, right? For my April budget, I did decide that I was going to allocate $200 to myself for discretionary spending, like eating out, stuff like that, snacks, coffee, things that I always seem to want in the middle of the month. And then $200 for things like shoes, clothes, anything that I might need to replace if they get broken, stuff like that. I'm not planning on buying any gifts in the month of April, so hopefully my discretionary spending can stay at $400. My expenses this month are going to be about the same. It's going to be $2,835. That's including the $1,000 for rent and the $1,000 for my student loan. That's what we're looking for the month of April. We are gonna have all of the income and all of the other stuff for you at the end of the month, but I did wanna let you guys know that I'm trying to hold myself accountable by creating the budget in the beginning instead of just seeing where I end up at the end. So with that being said, I'm gonna bring you into my budget template in Excel. And I'm going to show you guys what I did for the quarter, the exact numbers, the math, and all of that. So stick with me and we can jump right into the numbers. This is just a bare bones to record some of my money going forward. Just getting right into it, we're going to start with the bills. With January, as you guys know, I pay $1,000 in rent and then I pay $1,000 towards my student loans every month. So for January, February, and March, it was $2,000 because I do that all at the beginning of each month. And then for electricity, it's usually around $27 to $30. So we're just gonna put that in 27.63. And then February was 26.08. And then March was 27.84. So I just joined a gym, boxing gym. So I didn't have any gym memberships going on in January and February because I have a free gym in my apartment. But I did join boxing in March, and that comes out to a monthly total of $159.65 for now. So I'm gonna add that for March only. And then for groceries, it's usually a flat $150. Sometimes I get lucky and I spend less, but when I slip up, I end up basically where I should be, which is about $150. In March though, I did have $131.45, so I was under there. And then for blogging, usually I allocate $30 each month for that. It does fluctuate depending on how much I pay for ads for Pinterest. So January was the highest. March was the second highest at $16.22. And in transit, I usually give a flat $20 for bus fare because I really don't go that many places. When I do travel, it's usually by plane. So if I'm going somewhere locally, $20 is usually enough for the month. And then my phone is $43.77 each month. It did go up $3.77, so I'm gonna have to call them and see if I can get rid of that. And that gives me my totals. So my bills totaled out to be $6,914.06, which isn't bad. Where it got bad, honestly, was my expenses. So everything outside of my bills here. So in January, as you guys know, I spent $667.55. And then in February, I spent more, $1,019.76. And then in March was really bad. I did, mind you, pay for a few things that we already spoke about in the video before I took you guys into my budget. But that grand total did come out to $1,778.47. So for the whole quarter, January, February, March, I spent a total of $3,465.78, which to some people that won't be that much, but to me it's a lot just because I really have no reason to be spending this much money when I could have put thousands of dollars, as you can see, towards my debt, and I could be a lot lower than I am now. So that is a point of contention for me that I have to work on. Making this definitely helped me come to my senses a little bit. It freaking sucks. I hate seeing it. So next we're going to do income. So my income for my W-2 is pretty stable. It's just that because it was quarter one, I had a few bonuses in there and then I had taxes. So it was a little bit, iffy. I did just get a raise as well. So it's going to be a little bit different moving forward. My W-2 income for January was $4,155.63. And then I didn't get anything in taxes because it was January. My side hustle hadn't paid me yet, so I got zero there. And then miscellaneous, I didn't get lucky at all. So my income for January was $4,155.63. So for February, I got the same amount from W-2, $4,155.47. The cents fluctuates. And then my side hustle paid me $2,100. And that's all I got. Everything else was zeros. I didn't get any taxes. I didn't get lucky. So my income did increase to $6,255.47. And then in March, I really, really put in the work. But I also got a $3,100 bonus, which is fantastic. So that ended up equaling $7,255.66 for my W-2 overall. And then I got my taxes. I ended up with a $718 refund. And then my side hustle paid me $1,700. Not bad. Not like February, but not bad. And so my total income for March was $9,673.66. And let's just see how much I made total for the quarter. $20,084. Yes. And 76 cents. Not bad at all. And then for savings, let's go into our savings. So in January, I saved $1,500. In February, I saved $3,100. And in March, I saved $8,000. Okay, so I saved $12,600 for the first quarter, which isn't bad. So just going into some of the questions, because I do like to kind of conceptualize what I just looked at. Did I meet my budget overall? No, not really. But the problem is that I didn't really set a budget. I always would spend and try to stay under a certain number that was just made up in my head, and then be surprised when I spend a lot of money. Things to improve: actually make a budget. I need to actually make a budget in the beginning of the month. This quarter was a lesson learned. We did okay, but we can do better. I need to eat out way less. I need to cook more. I need to focus on my productivity, because I find when I am productive, I spend less, I want to eat less. I'm not gorging myself with food just because I know that there's chicken down the street. You know what I mean? Establishing a side hustle. I've been trying to do that for years. Finally, I'm starting to make money off of the internet, and that's great news for me. Another big win for this quarter was getting a raise for my W-2, and then also from W-2, and then also saving $12,000. Saving $12,000 in investments and general savings is a big deal for me, because that's money that I used to save in a year. Okay, so saving that in 3 months, that's insane. And I need to keep this momentum going so I can pay off this loan and have my life back. So that is my progress for quarter one. That's where we went. I would like to know how you guys did the first quarter and what your plans are for quarter two. I definitely could have done better for my first quarter, and I do plan on April being the start of me correcting behavior that I shouldn't be displaying. So I'm definitely going to be holding myself more accountable in the second quarter. I'm definitely going to have to really dig deep and just focus on not buying things and getting distracted from my overall goal, which is to pay off $30,000 in loans. I have $30,000 left, and it will be gone by December. So with that being said, I am going to hold myself to that for the next months to come. And quarter two is gonna be a completely different story in a good way. So thank you guys again for coming and seeing my progress. Let me know what your progress is down below. Let me know also what you guys think. What you guys think I could be doing better at, what you guys think I'm doing good at. Do you think I'm being hard on myself? I don't think I'm being hard on myself, but let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I look forward to interacting with you down there. Bye.